and welcome. I just want to explain how I measure the curves at the speed limit for the curves. Alright, so I guess a lot of people, one of you asked me in the comments how I measure the speed limit for all the curves if I use a program or something. And no, I measure it by my eyes. And yeah, it's really building by the feeling, how it feels like, how it looks like, how when you make a curve. I take a locomotive and I drive through, and that's not often used to do this, but this is actually an option how I would measure the curve and think, okay, we have to change something. And what's actually here the case, but I will let it be, and I explain you right now because all right, so you can see rule number one for me is I just try to that I don't have to break down every curve or slow down whenever when a curve is coming. So what I do is I try to not make all the next curves sharper than this one. And when if it's this one good, and I actually think that when I was building it, I drove through with the train and watched how fast I could drive. And then I just tried to not going sharper than the curve before, and as long as you want. And it's actually possible. And if you think, but there are lakes, there are rivers, everything, and it's just a mess, and the earth is going up and down. I used to have actually this problem a lot when I start really building railway tracks, and a certain time I just realized, okay, I did a long time I didn't knew that all the water levels, or actually in my world or in a lot of worlds, the water level, or maybe in all the worlds, I don't know, the water level is always on the same height. The ocean, the lakes, all the lakes and the rivers, it's all set by 60, 65. And so I know, okay, when it's 65, and I don't like a bridge where it's really going just like with a blocked air between, and then the bridge is already coming. So now I want that the bridge is a little bit higher above the water level, so the bridge itself is higher. And that's because all the thinking is because I try to don't make a lot of slopes, so up and downs. I really try to be on one level. Here, for example, I think it's 71, I guess, or 79 or 77. I always stay on 77. And then the only part is to find the best way through here. And actually, this map is very useful for making big curves. And also, I think so, even if you have not a good computer, my computer is not also the best one, but it's actually pretty good, much better than the computer had before. So I really have a render distance until here. But even if this is one track, immersive railroading automatically makes different parts out of it. So if you have a render distance until here, you still can see the tracks, even if this part of the track is not loaded. So you should be able actually to make the long curves like I do. Then what you have to do, and what I also have to do, because my render distance is also not that far, because I want to enjoy the game and not want to lag it all the time. So that's also why I bought this PC. But yeah, what my God, now I forgot what I wanted to say. yeah, even I don't have the render distance until here. I go to the map and I try to go with my mouse through, and okay, maybe like this or this, making a bridge, and then I go to this place and stand here, and then I watch, okay, it's okay, and I make the blueprint of the track until here, and then before I really place the track, I watch the blueprint of it, how it looks like, and yeah, and if it looks okay, then place it, and yeah, I even had that situation that sometimes it was not good. Okay, then I had to destroy, and I had to destroy all the. Actually, here, oh my god, you can see. Nice. Okay, nice. I think this time is a good video. All right, so, um, yeah, because I tried before to make a voiceover and it was terrible, but I think now it's better because you can see here. Actually, before I built the track, I built it here. That it was not good. It was too sharp, and so I decided to go through here. I guess this is actually two different curves. But even if it's one, it will automatically split the track, and you can render a part of the track even if you don't have render distance until here. Still think about I don't have that big render distance. Yeah, and I just try to make all the curves more or less the same that you have like a speeding track. And from here on is, for example, something special. This is a mountains, not mountain, but yeah, it's a slower part. So you make all the curves here that you can go through 50. So you have to build it, you have to go drive through, you have to watch, okay, if it's okay or if you have to change. And yeah, this I really do by eyes. But I think it's also not that hard, even especially if you make a lot of times. Or try this method. My God. Uh, you will get a feeling for it. Or you just watch also cab rides sometimes, cab ride videos from real trains in different countries. I used to watch a lot from the RHB from Graubünden in Switzerland because this is a whole track system in the mountains, and it's so incredible. You can learn so many things about it and how they solve different problems and how they. So I used to play or used to drive in a train simulator, not trains, train simulator classic. The Graubünden, also the Albola Pass with the Bernina route. I really want to record this one time, and I tried, but it didn't work, and I don't know if it's because of copyright or something. I have to watch. What's the problem? But yeah, that's actually the magic behind it. So here is a smaller, slower part. Here comes the faster part. Here I didn't build already, but will be also a slower part for a commuter train for this. I, I hate this word. I cannot say it. Uh, yeah, this is the speeding track. And what's also nice, then you come here and you have to slow down. And for example, if it's in real life and you are watching outside the window and you feel okay, the train is going slower, and you already saw here the castle going over the tracks, and then you go into the tunnel, you realize, okay, something special is coming, and it's so nice to play with these feelings, and this is what I mean. I don't know if you understand, but please, the feeling is it's just a word, but it's so much. Really, not even just with the eyes, just see everything with the eyes, you have to feel it. um, yeah, I really can't explain it, but when you go slower here, you can feel, okay, hey, something special is coming, and then you see the tracks here. Aha, okay, I think we're gonna get into a town, and then you see the lake, and then really a town is coming. Building the tracks is one thing, but also making buildings. This needs time, but yeah, I'm also working next to it, and sometimes you can't see blocks anymore. You have to play something else or do something else better. Yeah. Then yeah, and here is also it's a smaller part. It's a slower part of a railway. Ah, my English. And for example, here you have 40, even 30 kilometers by hours. It's not that fast because this is really sharp, this curve. I try to not get anywhere sharper than this. This is really a record. But same rule, I try to not make it sharper than the curve before, and so you can be sure when you drive through there you have the same speed limit. And after you can build, for example, with okay, diagonal is maybe hard, but you can build signs. You write, for example, 1 for 10 kilometers per hour, or you write a 2 for 20 kilometers per hour, and so on. And you can place all these signs everywhere, and then when you're driving with the train, for example, what I learned from Train Simulator Classic, you have, for example, way back here the speed limit. Okay, it's 30, and then you have from here until yeah, depends if the track is going left or right. You have time until here to get the speed limit what it shows before, and then you have to be on that speed limit, and you go through the curves and so on. So I'm maybe we'll build this all these signs. It's maybe better also for you, because I know the track, every curve in my head, because it was so much work. I will never forget. So when I drive through with the train, I know exactly what is coming and how fast I can drive. This is also why the last video was maybe so peaceful, because yeah, you guys also saw a lot of time now, I think, where I drive through this railway, because I even saw some of you will comment, so come on, bring a new cap ride with a new part of a track, and stop showing us all the time the same. But that's what I'm right now doing. So I'm actually working on my next video, and this is why I'm explaining now, because in the next video I make more with music and not with voiceover. I don't really like to do this. The look. Hi, Luke. My roommate is very tired. He looks very tired. He play Medieval Dynasty a lot. I'm making a big village. How is going on your village, my friend? Minchia. So geil. Alright, guys. I guess this is the end of the video. Bitte wart noch schnell mit Spielen. Thank you very much. Das hat man jetzt sicher gehört.
Der Wichser hat einfach das Feld abgebaut, oder wie soll ich sagen?
Das Feld ab.
Und er hat einfach die Ressourcen weggemacht. Ich muss jetzt alles neu kaufen und wieder anpflanzen.
Also.
Ich kann den Scheiß erst nächstes Jahr anpflanzen. Also das heisst, ich muss wieder Geld ausgeben für scheiß Tierfutter, weil meine Tiere sonst verhungern. Ich kann gerade so ins Loch gehen.
Aber du kannst sogar Tierfutter, also du
Scheiße.
wachsen, also
Ja, du
ja
brauchst
klar,
Sorgen,
du musst es selber bekommen.
Hafer mit Stroh. Und dann kannst du
Ah, ja, fix.
Tierfutter herstellen. Und der Vollidiot hat mein Haferfeld zerstört, das keine Ahnung was für einen Grund. Ist einfach alles weg.
Oh,
Ah ja.
shit. Shit. Fix.
Fick auf mein Leben.
Ja. Oh man.
Ah.
I wish you guys.